Susie was like the Marsha of this challenge, and Marsha famously has never worn a heavily structured garment.
Really? What do you mean she doesn't want to? What does that mean?
Marsha?
She hasn't worn a heavily structured garment?
First of all, do you know who Marsha is?
Yes, season 14.
Season,
No?
season 15.
Season 15?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you know who I am?
Jan?
I'm Cherry Poppins. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Bitch.
You ready? Energy, be nice.
Be nice to me or y'all?
No,
She's
to
not
him.
gonna be nice to me.
Yeah. That's right, I love you. Look who it is, back here at the pit stop. It's me, your girl Monét X Change, and welcome. We are here recapping episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, officially. And today in studio, we are joined by a queen who is not only one Rusical, but she's a true musical theater connoisseur.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say nuisance.
Yeah, that too. Put your Jan's hands. Oh yes, your Jan's
Put your
hands.
Jan's hands together.
Put your jazz hands together for Plasma.
Hello.
Hi, Plasma.
Baby, how
you
are
look
you?
divine.
Oh, thank you. I look like Divine. Girl, kill everyone now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you look delicious, babe.
Thank you, baby. I'm glad we're both wearing orange.
I know, a
Orange,
tangerine.
tangerine. Just from Mama Ru, her favorite color.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. I'm still busy and booked and blessed and having a really good time. So
You know, a lot of girls can't say that, so you are one of the few who can.
don't talk about Selena. She's right down the street.
Oh! Girl! Shots fired in the first 2 minutes
Girl,
of the
I know.
episode.
They literally just told you to be nice, and I'm like, well, they didn't tell me I have to be nice. Girl, no, I'm really good. I'm still enjoying like the fruits of my labor on the show, the fruits of my artistic pursuits, and the fruits of being a fruit. So I'm having a great time.
I mean, you're still based in New York.
I am still based in New York City.
Are you gonna come to LA anytime soon?
Well, I'm here right now.
Well, move here.
No.
Don't say what's wrong with LA?
Girl,
What's wrong with LA?
well, because you know what's wrong with LA? Grinder. Grinder is wrong in LA. You hop off the plane at LAX with your dream in your cardigan, and you look around and you see all of the gays, and you're like, Mama.
Yeah.
Oh, the boy hair in the back.
I know, girl. Clocked.
Literally
Clocked.
clocked, gooped, and snatched.
Are you trying to clock the LA boys? You clock yourself on camera.
Girl, honey, you walk around and you see the LA boys right here. No, but literally you look around at all the beautiful gay men in LA and you're like, wow, I'll never be one of them. So I keep my rat ass face in New York so I have a chance.
What a
Okay?
beautiful red face it is. You really have. No, you know, Plasma, as the people here know who listen to some rivalry, whatever, I grew to loving your season. At first, the empty was a lot for me. The empty was on 12. And I like my empty in doses of 5, okay?
You like the empty on empty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's good. But no, I really, and you're so funny, you're so charismatic, you're so charming, and we're very happy to have you on the pit stop.
Well, thank you. Actually, I had a question about that.
What?
Speaking of sibling rivalry, shout out to my girl Bob,
Uh-huh.
because she asked you whether or not you had seen my music videos that I made throughout the season.
Uh-huh.
And my question for you is, have you seen my music
Of
videos?
course.
Okay.
Yes, I've seen Don't Rain on My Parade.
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen the other one, though. But Don't Rain on My Parade, that's because I haven't had the time to download it yet to watch it.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna save you a step because I was inspired by the late, great Hormona Lisa to just go after exactly what you want for in this world, and I brought you a flash drive. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh my God. I brought you a flash drive because I don't know how people of your generation get videos on the internet anymore. So I decided that I would cut right to the chase. And all of my videos are on there.
This is wild. This is 64 gigabytes. You got money.
Girl, no, it was $15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. But also, you'll notice that it's for a USB-C. I didn't even know.
Oh my God, I thought it was only USB.
No, I know, and I was like, I'm 26 years old, and the last flash drive I saw was just a USB.
Plasma, I have tucked this USB in my titties, and I will watch all your videos tonight. And you know what? I'm gonna live stream it on
Please,
YouTube. I'll put on
please.
YouTube channel watching your videos.
Please.
So, how are you feeling about season 17? Are you loving the girls? Are you loving the dolls?
I am.
Honestly, you can give your listen. This is not the Trixie show. This is the Monét X Change. I want your honest, unfiltered reasons and seasons.
Okay. Okay, well, I would have to say that season 17 is a fat And the shoes that they are all wearing were not something that I would particularly buy for myself. They were Old Maiden type of shoes. Yeah. No, I'm living for 17, girl.
Yeah.
I have my own reservations, my own preferences towards my season, of course. But you know, there's a plasma on every season, it seems. Baby, there's room for a plasma everywhere. Susie, hi, good morning.
Well,
No, I just like, I'm living. I think the girls are doing a great job, and it's like going through it, now I understand like the pressures of it. So watching that, I have a lot more empathy for the girls going through.
well, you know, Plasma, Jan crawled so Rose could walk, so Plasma could run, and Susie could sprint.
No, Susie could flap ball change.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Susie could literally, yeah, I think she's crushing it. And to tap dance I mean, I tap danced on a runway.
You did.
And I thought I was gonna eat and die, because that runway stage is slick.
I know, and that was bigger and slicker.
Bigger and slicker.
And uncut.
Wetter is better and bigger is slicker.
Well, I have a really, like, a real question for you. Like, what do you think
Finally.
about the theater trope on Drag Race? Like, are you over it, or do you embrace it? Like, what is your honest opinion about this theater trope, the BFA trope?
I'm really, really grateful that there is now a community of white twinks who are following in the footsteps of Jinx Monsoon, thinking that they too can win the show. And I'm here to tell you that you cannot, because Jinx already did it twice. I love it, and I love when other girls feel inspired by it too.
Well, as a Rusical champion, are you ready to dig into the guts of this episode?
Oh baby, you have no idea. This is the that I thought I came to Drag Race for the Snatch game.
No.
No, Nanette.
Rusical.
No, Nanette. Have you ever heard of that musical?
Yes, Gone with the Wind, the musical. Close?
You know what, for timing? Yes. Yeah. No, bitch, I'm ready to go in.
So
Let's
speaking
go.
of the Snatch game, last week was the Snatch game.
That's right.
Do you have any good memories of your Snatch?
No.
No.
Memories of the day of the Snatch game, all I remember is while we were doing our makeup, Nymphia was walking around in her half of
She
her
ain't
old
good
lady
all,
face,
girl.
baby. Her Jane not good at all. And she was running around the workroom doing her like gorilla sound that she was rehearsing, or some sort of Jane Goodall like bit or ism.
Yeah.
And I was just like trying to paint my face, and Nymphia was behind me just like, woo, woo, and I was over it. I had a mild panic attack. I went and I filmed the Snatch game in silence, and I realized I made Ru laugh once, so I'm gonna be safe this week. I'll see you guys next week.
Who did you do again?
I did Patti LuPone.
Patty LuPone, yeah.
Yeah.
And you saw Nymphia rehearsing that lady, and you let her do it on TV.
Yes.
That's not a sister. That's a villain.
Girl, and I asked for her help at a sewing challenge. What'd she do? Nothing.
This is true. Okay, you know what? Yeah, karma. Karma is a what?
A bitch. I should've known that. Yeah, where's the JoJo Siwa musical?
So shockingly, Crystal Envy went home.
I know.
Who's been doing good in the competition. She hadn't won, but she was maintaining a good position in the competition.
Yeah.
So how does that make the other girls feel? How would you feel?
How would I feel if Crystal was gone?
Who's a strong contender?
Well, I know Crystal from back home, because she's like New
right,
Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah. So like I've been to Paradise, her home bar. She is one of those girls who uses the filter because she feels like it. She does not need it.
Oh,
Which
so she's
is-
beautiful like IRL.
Yeah, well, and you grew up doing drag in New York. You know those girls could use the filter.
Girl, dogs.
Baba, the Brita filters of it all. The dogs, arf.
Girl,
Literally.
You're looking
Mama.
crazy, girl.
That girl is so beautiful and so good at what she does.
Work.
She's also so sweet. She's a really cute boy. So I'm like, when I saw her go away, I was like,
Have you and?
me and Crystal? No, girl.
Okay.
I've not polished up the Crystal.
Okay.
Yeah, Crystal Method though.
Oh, really?
Babe, no, that's,
Are you and Crystal Method?
well, now I don't want to tell you.
Wait, okay, so
We
you
just
have
got
Kai
off
Kai.
a tour together. Look at that boy hair right there in the back. Look at that switch scratch. Crystal loved it. Anyway,
Now we see Miss Lana Jarre has lip synced twice in a row and sent 2 girls home. Is she the lip sync assassin?
God, if it's not her, then who?
Yeah, she's only one so far, yeah.
Yeah, that girl is so good. Also, fun fact, do you know this?
What?
I was Lana Jarre's first drag mother.
Wait.
No, I know.
Hold
No, I know.
on.
All right.
Hold on.
Okay,
You were her drag mother first,
that's true.
and
Yes.
then did.
and then
Lux-
I think we both realized like sort of like I had no business doing any sort of like adjusting or like workshopping on someone like Lana Jarre, because
right.
she came out the womb, apparently mine, swinging, you know? So the story is, She was in Oklahoma when I was getting my undergrad at the University of Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner Musical Theater. And we like met each other through drag because it was COVID. And so I was doing the drag pageant that we did through the school called Miss STI Student Theater Initiative. And I let that marinate for a moment. And I was hosting and she entered. And she entered me. Like Crystal Method. And God, Crystal, I'm so sorry. The slander is off the charts today. I love you, girl. No, but we met in Oklahoma, and then she started doing drag, and her social media blew up, and then I moved to New York, and like started performing more, and then I got on the show, and then like by that time she was there. She had met Lux and like been a part of the House of Noir London.
I try to think of an alternate like multiverse where Lana is your daughter, and she's like doing like music theater, like your type of drag. What an interesting world that would be.
And that's why Joy Woods is in Gypsy with Audra McDonald, because that is what Lana would be giving.
Now on the flip side, Miss Anya Nerve is very, very, very happy she won.
Yeah.
Which is the Snatch Game, which is a very, very, very big challenge. What do you think of Anya's win?
Deserved.
Right?
And honestly, when you walk into Snatch Game with a comedy legend and you don't go off, it's an even farther fall.
Yeah.
You are setting yourself up for a miserable failure unless you walk in with the preparedness like Anya did.
I agree.
So I'm giving her flowers.
I mean, speaking of miserable, Susie Toot, she really wanted this win. She thought Snatch Game was hers. She drummed up this hope that she won the Snatch Game to herself in her mind. Do you think she's a little plucked? Do you think she's doing a little too much?
Yeah.
You're right?
Also, am I allowed to drink from my mug?
Yeah.
Yet? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a safe space? To have my caffeine at 4 p.m.? Yeah.
I mean, but you were a Waka Waka, as Corey King said, a Waka Waka theater queen. Like, you wanted to win Snatch Game real bad too, right? So, did you gag yourself a little bit when you didn't meet your own expectations?
Not after I saw what I did. I like saw it back and I was like, oh God, I can see the anxiety attack in my eyes.
Yeah. And the next day, we see Miss Corey and Lydia Butthole. This showmance is really blossoming. I'm wondering what's happening off camera. I think we need to put cameras in the hotel. I want to see what's happening.
Mama.
Big Brother style.
Did you just call Corey Big Brother? And Lydia's little sister.
Little sister.
Oh my God, bitch.
What do you think of this showmance?
I hate it.
Why?
I hate it.
It probably helps take the edge off.
Well, I'm sure there's not a lot of edging going on at the hotel. I think that there is something wondrous. It's like all like show business, right? Someone walks in with the name Lydia Butthole Collins, and she ensnares the diva Corey King.
I know.
Who is like out of drag? Mama, that's a man.
Oh, in drag?
In drag?
That's a man.
That's brother Corey King.
Brother Corey
That's
King.
Big Brother, yeah. And he's watching down on you.
I mean, Corey King is now, she's been referred to by the other girls as the Twink Goblin. Who else is that? It's a Twink Goblin in the girls I know. Oh,
I don't know, but would you send him my number?
Corey?
No.
Oh.
The Twink Goblin.
The Twink Goblin?
Yeah. Wait, who else would
I
be
would say Bob is a Twink Goblin.
Oh, yeah.
Bob is definitely a Twink Goblin.
Bob is definitely a Twink Goblin.
Yeah, I can think of any other Twink Goblins I can think of.
Plain Jane, kind of.
Is she?
Yeah.
Well, Plain Jane, she tried to make a move on me in Brazil.
In Brazil.
You know you did, Plain.
And the move went a little something like what?
I mean, we was out of the club. She was getting a little. She was like, "Hey, Monét," and she, when a girl like.
Do the impression of her.
Oh, I don't know how she talks. I can't think.
And suddenly you're from Boston. Said, I don't know how she talks. No, but she goes. Hi, sister.
Very that. And then she like put her hand on like the small of my back.
Yeah,
like,
and then she goes
things like that. I was like, since I do not play in the piggy pen.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't. It's time plasma. You ready?
Yeah.
Miss Ru enters and he says, it's Rusical week.
Eee!
And bitch, it's the Wicked Wiz of Oz, which I love it.
This Wicked marketing is insane.
Ridiculous.
Already for part 2, they're already swinging, bitch.
It's made it to Drag Race.
It's made it to Drag Race.
But that all being said, would you have gagged for this?
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Everyone has been touched by either Wicked, The Wiz, or The Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
or all of them.
Yeah.
So like, the fact that everyone knows the subject materials levels the playing field a little bit more.
Yeah, I
Right?
was a Wiz girly. I've still never seen The Wizard of Oz, but I've seen The Wiz.
You've never seen The Wizard of Oz?
I mean, I've seen like the greatest hits, right? Like some iconic scenes from it, but never watched the movie from top to bottom. Have you seen The Wiz?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But my question for you,
What? What?
okay, but so my question for you though, since I haven't seen The Wiz and you haven't seen The Wizard of Oz, have you seen Wicked?
I've seen the movie, yeah.
Goodbye.
I've seen
We're
the
done.
movie.
You guys, we're done.
I will see it. Well, you know what? Back when I was in New York, I couldn't afford to go see it. I was broke.
What? I guess that's true.
I was broke. Damn. So imagine what you're feeling. What do you think Miss Susie Toot is feeling in this moment for this musical?
Well, look at her face. She literally said,
Yeah.
she is having a full diva down meltdown.
Yeah, Susie is on, she is ecstatic.
She has Jewel Sparkle's level of energy and excitement about everything about this one thing. You know?
So next we see the queens picking their part.
Yes.
What did you think of the other queens deciding that Acacia and not Susie would get Kansas Dorothy?
Strategy.
Yeah.
Shady girls.
Because you think Susie would have killed Kansas Dorothy. So give it to Acacia, who would be bad at it.
Yes.
I was kind of gagging because Susie is like outlining why she should do it and not Acacia.
Yeah.
And it's just a full-on character assassination of who Acacia is. She was like, you know, because you got a mohawk, you're tall, you're big, you're ugly.
Yeah, you got a hairy ass.
You got a hairy ass.
You haven't washed your tights, I'm sure, ever.
And I
Like,
think Dorothy would never do that.
Yeah.
Jesus
I'm like,
Christ.
she.
God.
Susie said, I would like to play Dorothy Gale, and you are a dumb bitch.
Next, we see Corey and Jules. They also both want the same role. They want the good witch. Is the group decision the fair way to choose, like having everyone decide? Do you think that is a fair way to choose a role?
No, but I think it makes great TV.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
You don't like it?
I don't care that I don't care that everyone's voting. Like that doesn't mean anything. I would stick 10 toes down as much as possible until they just relinquish what I wanted to do. Because this is a game. This is not supposed to be fair. I
Well,
don't care
of
we're doing
course.
democratically. No, I want
Neither does our
autocracy.
country. Yeah.
I want an authoritatism, whatever the word is. Who do you think should have the good witch though, Corey or Jules?
Has the costume been made?
No.
I would live to see Corey.
I know, right? I kind of want to see what that would look like.
I kind of want to see that too. And also, like, can you imagine the Good Witch with the deepest baritone
Who doesn't
voice?
sing?
Yeah, you should do it. But like the deepest, like richest, atonal singing.
I know.
Yeah,
I know,
off key.
I know.
But like, she would have thrown her ass on the ground. I think it would have been great.
What I also love too is Anya Nerve. She wants to play Harlem Dorothy, and because she's like, you know, Harlem Dorothy is this woman in Harlem surrounded by white people, and it's what's happening here. So I like to do it. Which I'm like, if I was doing it, that's what I'm going for. I feel like I would
totally.
tear up Harlem Dorothy. I would
Yeah.
kill it, and I would sing the shit out of it. That's the role I would want. to play.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Which part would you have wanted to play?
If we're playing the game, I would say I'll do anything
Harlem Dorothy.
but Dorothy at the end.
Oh,
Yeah. You want me to play Harlem Dorothy? Can you imagine me as Harlem Dorothy?
Yes.
Girl.
It would be great TV, and we would talk about it on the podcast.
Someone come get her to ease on down to a home. That is, bitch, what the is wrong with you? You want me to play Harlem Dorothy? I live in Harlem, but I'm Judy Garland Dorothy. No, I would milk the tears and I'd say, I just really don't want to play Kansas Dorothy because she doesn't do enough and I'm really insecure about singing. And then I would get in the studio and I would wail on that track. I would be opting up. I would be like blowing Michelle's wig back. Like literally just like, I would give them the BFA that I know I have.
Now, they go to record the tracks with Miss Michelle Visage, and I think the big impressive ones here that Michelle is clearly blown away by are Anya and Sam, because I didn't know Anya could sing. I didn't know she had a voice on her, and she sounds beautiful.
Yeah, she does sound beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And Sam, apparently Sam is a singer too, and I think Sam is good at giving good characterization, and the judges have wanted Sam to look a little freer. I think in the little snippet with Michelle, we see little inklings of that.
Yeah, well, Sam famously is Trinity's daughter, and Trinity is a world-renowned singer.
She has like 5 albums. You know that Trinity has like 5 albums, girl.
Oh, I know. I was just on tour with her, where she did her original music. Next card, honey, next card.
Like,
Next card, honey, next card. I
Patty
don't know
LaBelle,
where-
LaBelle, let's fade,
Yeah,
let's
next
fade.
card, yeah. Woo! Woo!
I mean, but in this recording session though, someone who Miss
Say
Acacia
it.
forgot. Acacia is not a bad singer, but you just like tell us that you want to be the first singer to win on Drag Race, so you drummed up this experience. It's just not adding up, especially in this little moment with Michelle.
Right. What is it Joella says about she was the dancing queen of LA?
No, she is the premier Slasian drag queen of Los Angeles.
The Slasian diva of Los Angeles.
She's the premier Slasian drag queen of Los Angeles.
The Slasian diva of Los Angeles.
Like, girl, can we please check our facts before we walk into the workroom with accusations?
Also, let us be surprised by your work, right?
But play the Nymphia win card and don't tell a single bitch what you're capable of.
Yeah, just surprise us. We're gonna be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
Well, let's dive into the Rusical.
Let's go.
I enjoyed this thoroughly from beginning to even the opening scene, like doing the whole chorus line thing, all the girls. I thought it was so well done. I loved this Rusical.
Yeah, this is really good. You did like 4 Rusicals in one, bitch.
Kansas Dorothy, she was doing the home, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which,
What?
and then she went.
Oh my God.
She said, when I think of home, I think of a place where I'll be really soon from now.
Who stood out to you in the Rusical? Good and bad. I want both.
Good, okay. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? You don't understand that because you haven't seen the movie.
I do, but I have done a number and I put that in it. So I didn't think that I put that in it, so I do know that. Glenda says that.
Yeah. Yes, she does.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, yes. And Diana Ross, she's the one who like clicks her heels, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in The Wiz.
Yes. Wait, who stood out to you, bitch?
Okay. Who stood out to me? I thought Susie did a really good job.
Yeah.
Painting that green face though looked like it was gonna be.
The process was, I was like, why did she put a highlight on her neck?
No, I know. Betty Boop from the Green Lagoon. Like literally, I was like, what the f is going on?
Only
Yeah.
Susie would highlight her Adam's apple.
Yeah, and then look at the mirror and be like, yeah.
What?
Yeah, what? This looks great.
But it came
Yeah.
out good. She looked actually very pretty.
Loved Susie. I thought Jules was good.
Yes.
But also like in the Rusical, it's your chance to like play a different thing. And I thought Jules was being Jules with a breastplate. People were saying that Corey and Lydia looked good, and I was like, all I'm imagining is them in these monkey costumes. So I'm not like tuning, I'm not like present.
So you think Corey and Lydia are furries?
Well, now for sure.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's not a road I would gravitate towards, but I acknowledge that she did a good job. I thought Sam Star as Cher, but I don't know why. I was also confused why Cher is in the Rusical.
I figured it out.
What?
There have been, we have figured out in recent years that some girls do not come prepared. And I think Rue said, you know what we should do? We should make sure that at some point in this Rusical, I'm gonna have a good time. So let's see some Cher in there for no good reason. And it worked.
It did work.
I thought Sam crushed it. And also, I didn't know she was a singer like that.
Yeah, me either.
And the fact that she could not only hit the notes and give us the affectations of Cher and the dialect, but also like add the layers of camp comedy, add the layer.
The dancing, which they were lifting her up. She's like,
she did a full
a
the
full
forward.
flip.
Yeah.
I was like, wow,
Yeah,
like they have this girl working.
With the Sasha Velour little homestead up top. Like I was like, that is some good.
Yeah.
Here's the ticket, kids. Play Cher, win an award.
I
Yeah.
almost did on my season, but.
Never mind, kids. Don't take that to heart.
Like she piggied that.
Oh,
Okay.
totally.
Pick of the week down,
Yeah,
right?
but like she was munch.
Good.
Yeah, I grew up on a farm, bitch.
Who do you think struggled?
Acacia forgot.
Definitely. Like, no shade, like, if she was a better vocalist, I think it would have been more captivating. But she is not an amazing vocalist, and so it was just very mid. There's no energy.
Granted, like she has a beautiful voice.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, and in her talent show, I think she was on a little bit because she like does have a really good voice.
Yeah,
It takes
I
a
agree.
lot of talent to sing and play an instrument at the same time.
100%.
Especially live on TV, you get like one take. However, you get an 11 o'clock number at the end of a Rusical on RuPaul's Drag Race,
Bro.
and you stand there and Charlie do something.
Yeah, it was just she's walking around and, you know, it just needed more. It needed more energy.
It needed more. That is the opportunity. If you are a vocalist, if you consider yourself a singer, I know you understand this. You pop the off. You throw in the runs. You opt up. You ask them if you can raise the key. You do things that will secure you a spot in at least the safe zone.
Yeah, 100%. Plasma, we need to get into the runways, shall we?
Yes.
Category is Parasols, Shady Ladies.
I'm so glad I'm here for this.
I know.
When I won the Rusical last year, I had a parasol in this look. Yellow dolly, bitch.
It was
over.
your greatest look of the season.
Thank you. I agree.
It was so good, so good. Well, you've already done a parasol, but if you had to do it again, what would you do?
Oh, you know it'd be fun?
What?
For a musical theater runway also, you do Mary Poppins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you walk out there and you go, maybe it's not Mary Poppins, it's Larry Poppins tonight, honey. Or like well, actually every drag queen in New York who doesn't have a good drag name is a pun of Mary Poppins. Cherry Poppins, Larry Poppins, Gary Poppins.
Are these all drag queens?
God, I hope not, but maybe.
Let's get into these tucking looks. First up, we have Miss Susie Toot in this monochromatic beigey brownie fantasy. What do you think about this look?
The words monochromatic beige are what I feel about this look.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I didn't love this. It
Yeah.
was too boring, too safe. You couldn't really see it.
Toot boring, toot safe.
Even that little thing on her head, it was all just, I didn't like this.
Yeah, I think it's a very, very safe runway. It reminds me of something Plain Jane would have made because it probably didn't take that long.
Let's go on to Miss Jules Sparkles. Funeral,
Very
goth fantasy. I think this is a nice look. This looks nice.
I think it's beautiful. I think my big problem is a parasol should be noticeably smaller than an umbrella.
Yeah, and it's just a big umbrella.
Yeah, it's a big umbrella. This is not the biggest umbrella.
No, there was somebody else.
There's somebody else who's going to the beach after this. Yeah, and I think it looks gorgeous on her. I wish the hair was a different color so I could enjoy it more, but the hairstyle is really, really well done.
All black, it's really hard to see the details.
It's really hard to see the details. That said, when you catch the details,
They're great. Beautiful.
yeah, immaculate.
Let's talk about Ariete. Now, this is black, but she also has some red in there, so we're seeing a little more depth, some more dimension, and I think this is a beautiful look.
No, I think it's gorgeous.
Let's move on to Lexi Love. This was divine.
Divine, honey.
So hot.
So hot. And also, thank you, God, for someone who wears a wide brim hat that you think is a parasol, because then this is a reveal runway.
Yes, it really was. And the gold embellishments on the titties and their arms.
Yeah.
This was the white hair on her, too.
The white hair, and also if you're gonna wear black on the runway of RuPaul's Drag Race, you have gold, you have like
Yes.
metallic, you have
Yes.
stoning, you have something that like changes the color profile because we see that there's detail, we recognize it immediately, and with the white hair, why do so many girls shy away from wearing white hair?
Because, it can be, sometimes white hair can be a difficult choice. I wouldn't do white hair.
All right, I agree.
Yeah, I don't do white hair, I don't do white people. I just stay away from the color white.
Which is a marvel that I got booked on this program.
I think Lexi is a slam dunk. She ate this up. Let's talk about Miss Sam Starr.
I mean,
Gorgeous.
this
Beautiful.
beautiful,
This fabric is so stunning.
so gorgeous.
And I love it was all the same fabric. The gloves, the dress, the parasol. She had the little embellishments in her hair.
Yeah.
I love this look.
And also, the closer you get to it, the more TV-ready details there are.
Yes.
Wait, does the glove match too?
Yes, girl. It's all the same fabric. Beautiful. So well done.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Lydia Butthole Collins.
Yeah.
Lydia will throw something on her head, on her face. She's always covering up this part of her body. I don't understand why. The girl is gorgeous. So
Yeah.
I like this, but I'm so sick and tired of her always just plopping something on her head.
Well, because she's got Corey's print up there. She's trying to hide the makeup smudge.
So I like this. I like how sheer it is. It's sexy. But Lydia, stop blocking your face. It's beautiful. Let us see it. Let's talk about Corey King, who coincidentally just had a Wizard of Oz themed runway.
But you don't know until you get there.
Yeah,
what
how
runways.
it's gonna line up.
Yeah. So to have this ready is so. And then also the fact that she's got. See, the thing I love about Corey King is that she understands proportion.
Oh, 100%.
Her body is
Every time.
right. This giant sunny beach umbrella that she stole from Coppertone Sunscreen headquarters is gorgeous. She's got 2 little orphan Annies on her head. She was ready to rumble.
Yeah, this
know?
is the love child of Dorothy and Wendy's. She's been wearing a brassy blonde color. I love that she changed her hair color. I think this hair color suits her skin tone better.
Yeah.
And it's not that brassy, hard blonde.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Miss Anya Nerve.
Love it.
I like this too. I thought it was really interesting. Like, it's a cat suit with a corset, I think.
Yeah.
I think to me, this is a safe, a little above safe look. I don't see this on like React like I did Lexi Love. I'm not like, oh my God, it's a great, but I think this is a good, safe look.
I think it's a really beautiful runway. I don't understand why the legs are tucked into the boot cover situation. You know what I do love though?
What?
The custom detailing on the parasol.
I didn't even notice that.
Oh my God, it's got a zigzag pattern, looks like a sunflower.
Oh yeah.
But it goes, like the parasol goes fully out to the full like prong inside the parasol. That matches sort of the geometric feel of the corset and the, Bitch, why am I not on Fashion Photo Review? What the hell is this? I think wearing yellow for the Rusical runway is a really smart choice.
The yellow brick road.
The yellow brick, yeah. Yeah, I love it. I got a good gasp over there. You like that one? You like a yellow brick, huh? What's your name?
Brett.
Brett. I'm glad this is how we're meeting. All right. A mandatory meeting.
Don't you dare talk to my father like that again.
Your father, a mandatory meeting?
No, Brett.
Oh, I was like. Also, wait, can y'all see me at all if I'm in this camera?
No, it's my camera. Get your wig out my camera, bitch. Joe, reminder to never have plasma back on the food stuff again when I'm here.
Can I ask you a question?
What? No.
All right.
Let's go on to Acacia Forgot.
Speaking of white hair.
I will say the absurdity of this, I like it. I didn't love the bottom half. Like, I didn't love the skirt. I liked it from basically this. I liked it from waist to the top of the first wig. And
The
then,
top of the first wig. I mean, y'all know I love a vintage silhouette.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do a Dior linked skirt, it has to look Dior. In my book. If you're gonna do a Dior linked skirt, it has to look like it came from the house.
Yeah.
And this looks like it came from maybe the barn.
Really?
Yeah, not quite the house of couture, maybe the house in the cul-de-sac. I love the idea
Yeah.
of having two parasols in two different wigs.
I did like that too.
Yeah, I like the.
And I think she looks very beautiful and she looks very elegant.
Yeah.
Because the proportions look very nice together. Yeah. If she had a pencil skirt, I don't think that would work. But the
Yeah.
white skirt and stuff, it complements her very nicely.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, last but not least, Lana Jarre. Again, the black swallowed this up. I mean, I love the bottom of the gown. I think that was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think that she looked gorgeous, but I really could not see a lot of details because of the black.
I couldn't see a lot of details because of the color of the garment, and also we just saw Jules come out in this dress, but better.
Yeah.
This dress is gorgeous, and I love that Lana is taking a swing into these like vintage fashion silhouettes.
Yeah.
Because as my daughter, she can you imagine? We just had Lux. I'm glad she's left because she would have been like, "You're what?"
If Lana had her waist like this in this black, I would have seen that, and that would have been stunning.
Yeah, and some va-va-voom in the hip. That said, like, she looks great. All these girls look really good.
Who had your favorite look?
I'm gonna go with Lexi's look for creativity.
I think Lexi is stunning.
Yeah.
Lexi ate it up for me. I thought this was so beautiful. She looked so regal. She looked so sexy.
Yeah.
And who left more to be desired?
I'm gonna say, I can't believe I'm saying this, but my girl Susie.
Susie too?
Yes.
I'm gonna say Acacia Forgot for me. After the judges critiques Plasma, we find out that the winner of this week's challenge, the Rusical, is Sam Starr. Do you agree?
Mostly. I think if anyone had done that role right, they would have won.
Yeah.
Because it's Cher and we all love Cher.
Yeah. You think Susie's mad? Susie probably, she's probably back there. She's probably going to piss on Sam's wigs tonight
You mean Trinity's wigs?
and set them on fire.
Girl, well, yeah.
She wanted this win so bad. The bottom two queens are Acacia Forgot, and for the second time, Corey King. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do agree, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I would do. I agree too. Acacia
Yeah.
Corey. The two of them have to lip sync to Wet Dream by guest judge Adam Lambert, which is a great song, by the way.
Great song. And also, when
What?
I love Drag Race so much because they will give you a bucking, dancing, two-step song, your Manhattan 8-count song,
In a gown.
in a gown with,
I know.
with two wigs on.
I know. I mean, when they start doing this song, and I mean, Corey is doing a reveal. Acacia has a reveal with the wig, which I did not see that coming.
No, loved it too.
Girl, the tiny wig under there with
Yeah.
that was great.
Yeah, trend alert, take your wig off during the lip sync.
Well, Corey's wig was unintentional, girl.
No, of course, girl.
Girl, she lost her wig. Acacia took off her shoes.
I know.
Lip syncing, I'm sorry. There is nothing sadder than a drag queen lip syncing to RuPaul to save her life, to not send her home barefoot. I think that be looking crazy. And Ru has explained that is something he does not like to see. Did you lose your shoes in your lip sync?
You obviously haven't watched my season, girl.
You lose your shoes in your lip sync?
No.
Okay. Corey falls apart, but she puts her wig back on in a very sly way. And I think you cannot deny Corey's charisma, her energy. She is really doing a good job performing the song.
Yeah.
Albeit she lost a wig.
Well, that and also, we got to give her credit because I don't think she's ever done anything in a sly way up until this moment.
Besides, slide up into
You guys,
So Courtney wins the lip sync. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Which sadly means Acacia loses the lip sync and she is going home. You know what? But what a great journey she has. She lost the first thing.
Yeah.
And she made it all the way to episode 8. Like, you know, that is a good time on Drag Race.
Yeah, baby, take me home, country roads.
Yeah. Well, Miss Plasma, we are past the halfway point. Who do you see winning the crown of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17?
Oh, Lexi Love. Oh. I am in love, honey. I'm feeling the love. I don't know, I'm just entranced by her.
Plasma, thank you so much for being here today. People are gonna have to watch this in a 17-part series. This is longer than Roots. This is longer than...
This is Downton Abbey, honey.
This is Downton Abbey, girl. This is longer than Jackson, An American Dream, the Jackson 5 movie. This is crazy, but this was such a kiki, and I love you so much. Thank you for being here.
I love you too. Thank you for having me. And thank you for letting me in on the Rusical episode because you knew that I was not gonna shut the hell up about this. You knew I had something to say.
And I knew you all would stick around. Thank you so much for being here at the pit stop. Listen, we're gonna be back next week. Why? Because I'm contractually obligated to be here. So come back for episode 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17.
Someone good's gonna go home. I don't know that for sure, but that's when I went home. So I don't know, foretelling, foreshadowing.
Until then.
End with here. So I call shade on that one.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see that.
My shoe got caught. Hello?
Oh no.
Oh no, my ruby slipper.
Oh my God, you are wearing ruby slippers.
I am wearing ruby. You know what? I didn't even realize I packed my ruby slippers until earlier. But bitch, these are the real ruby slippers.
Ooh, the Louboutins?
Yes, bitch. The real ones. Here. Make a call.
Yeah.
Hey, you want more non-Emmy nominated gay you traders? Well, then don't forget to subscribe to the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube page.